her eyes filled with distant pain. "I was his hand, Skywalker," she said, her voice remembering. "That's how I was known to his inner court, as the Emperor's hand. I served him all over the galaxy, doing jobs the Imperial fleet and stormtroopers couldn't handle. That was my one great talent, you see. I could hear his call from anywhere in the Empire and report back to him the same way. I exposed traitors for him, brought down his enemies, helped him keep the kind of control over the mindless bureaucracies that he needed. I had prestige and power and respect." Slowly, her eyes came back from the past. "And you took it all away from me. If only for that, you deserve to die." What went wrong? Luke forced himself to ask. Her lip twisted. "Jabba wouldn't let me go with the execution party. That was it, pure and simple. I tried begging, cajoling, bargaining. I couldn't change his mind." "No," Luke said soberly. "Jabba was highly resistant to the mind-controlling aspects of the Force. But if she had been on the sail barge..." Luke shivered, seeing in his mind's eye that terrifying vision in the dark cave on Dagobah. The mysterious silhouetted woman standing there on the sail barge's upper deck, laughing at him as she held his captured lightsaber high. The first time, years ago, the cave had spun him an image of a possible future. This time, he knew now, it had shown him a possible past. He stood before her, his face half hidden by the cowl of his robe, his yellow eyes piercingly bright as they gazed across the infinite distance between them. His lips moved, but his words were drowned out by the throaty hooting of alarms all around them, filling Mara with an urgency that was rapidly edging into panic. Between her and the Emperor, two figures appeared, the dark, imposing image of Darth Vader, and the smaller, black-clad figure of Luke Skywalker. They stood before the Emperor, facing each other, and ignited their lightsabers. The blades crossed, brilliant red-white against brilliant green-white, and they prepared for battle. And then, without warning, the blades disengaged, and with twin roars of hatred, audible even over the alarms, both turned and strode toward the Emperor. Mara heard herself cry out as she struggled to rush to her master's aid, but the distance was too great, her body too sluggish. She screamed a challenge, trying to at least distract them, but neither Vader nor Skywalker seemed to hear her. They moved outward to flank the Emperor, and as they lifted their lightsabers high, she saw that the Emperor was gazing at her. She looked back at him, wanting desperately to turn away from the coming disaster, but unable to move. 1,000 thoughts and emotions flooded in through that gaze, a glittering kaleidoscope of pain and fear and rage that spun far too fast for her to really absorb. The Emperor raised his hands, sending cascades of jagged blue-white lightning at his enemies. Both men staggered under the counterattack, and Mara watched with the sudden agonized hope that this time it might end differently. But no. Vader and Skywalker straightened, and with another roar of rage, they lifted their lightsabers high. And then, over the raised lightsabers, came a roll of distant thunder, and with a jerk that nearly threw her out of her chair, Mara snapped out of the dream.
"You will kill Luke Skywalker."